Rebecca Hoogs, and I have the great pleasure of serving as the Interim Executive Director of Seattle Arts and Lectures. I'm so excited to share all the luminaries who will be coming to the SAL season in just a moment, but first I wanted to share a few thoughts on the year that we have just experienced. A year ago, we came to you on the cusp of the unknown, and we asked you to meet us there. We asked you to join us to hear authors talk about the process of entering into their artistic unknown, the territory of creating a poem, a novel, a work of fiction, a work of nonfiction. And you did. You figured out how to log on. You saw authors in their homes. You scanned the books on their shelves. You got a close-up of the writing talismans on their desks. And even though it was online, it was very much real life that we were sharing, that we were experiencing. I remember recording an event with Claudia Rankin last fall. She was speaking with poet Douglas Kearney when her doorbell rang, a delivery perhaps, and she stopped for a moment, a look of panic on her face, like, what should I do? And then she went on. That's real life, and we went on together. We created new ways of living our real lives together, finding connection and community in the intimacy of our diverse and yet shared experiences of the pandemic year, the year of the election, the year in which we continued to grapple with the murder of George Floyd. The last year was one of pivots, yes, but also, because we're word people, a year of pirouettes, of poetry, of learning, and of leaps. We had to reinvent how we did almost everything to keep our laser focus on the what of our mission. And many of those reinventions, I'm happy to report, will stay with us. We anticipate that most of our fall events will be online only, but as we start to produce events again in person, fingers crossed, in the late fall and early winter of next year, watching online will always be an option. We're excited to continue to bring SAL to you wherever you are. We will also continue to offer a $10 ticket for most events online and in person. 3,000 new ticket buyers joined us this year, and we know that offering a very accessible entry point was key to those new folks joining us. Similarly, our Writers in the Schools program spent the year supporting students, families, teachers, and schools from afar. In the fall, we will be present in as many schools as are able to host WITS writers, supporting young people all around our region and telling their stories. Our Youth Poet Laureate cohort will also continue to gather to share their commitment to poetry, performance, and civic engagement with each other and with our city. And of course, we'll begin each SAL event with a poem or excerpt of writing by our amazing youth writers. So, who will join our WITS writers on the SAL stages in the year to come? Well, I'm very excited to share the highlights. Our poetry series will begin in October with an Iranian-American poet and scholar whose first book was Calling a Wolf, and who will publish his second book this summer. He is Kaveh Akbar. In November, we'll continue with a very special partnership with Poetry Northwest and Hugo House to feature the judge and inaugural winner of the James Welch Prize for Indigenous Poets. This year's judge, Sherwin Bitsui, and one of the winners, Kenzie Allen, will read and speak together. In December, we've invited back to SAL a Pulitzer Prize winner and former U.S. Poet Laureate for her new book, Playlist for the Apocalypse. She is Rita Dove. And in April, we'll host a hometown poetic hero, a Wave Books poet, and winner of the 2020 National Book Award in Poetry, Mee Choi. Our journalism series is curated in partnership with Sam Halverhovic and Timothy Egan, and we're honored to start the series this year with a professor in the Columbia University's Graduate School of Journalism and a longtime New Yorker writer, Jelani Cobb. Jelani will be here to speak about his forthcoming anthology, The Matter of Black Lives. We're still finalizing plans for our winter journalism speaker, but in the spring we'll feature a Cree Canadian journalist who is the host of the podcast Stolen, The Search for Germaine, about a missing Indigenous mother and what it means to be an Indigenous woman in America. She is Connie Walker. In our Woman You Need to Know series, we'll begin the year with the author of The Argonauts and Bluets. She will appear to discuss her new work of nonfiction on freedom, 4 Songs of Care and Constraint. She is Maggie Nelson in conversation with Danzy Senna. In March, we'll host novelist memoirist and cultural critic behind the must-read memoir Good Talk. She is Mira Jacob. And in May, we'll feature the author and filmmaker behind Queen Sugar and the editor of the Newick collection, We Are Each Other's Harvest, celebrating African American farmers, land, and legacy. She is Natalie Baszile. And we are super excited to be launching a new community curated series, which this year will be curated by Ijoma Oluo. She has titled the series Our Existence Beyond Trauma, and it will be presented in partnership with Langston. Ijoma will host and be in conversation with 3 amazing writers in this series, 2 of which are still in the works, but we are delighted to announce that the winter event will feature the author of one of this year's must-read books, Minor Feelings, An Asian American Reckoning. She is Cathy Park Hong. As you know, we add to SAL Presents as the year goes on, but we have 2 events that I know that you'll love that are already booked. The first is with an author who has been a SAL fan favorite ever since his last SAL appearance in 2015. He's the Pulitzer Prize-winning author of All the Light We Cannot See. He'll be here for his new book, Cloud Cuckoo Land. He's, of course, Anthony Doerr. And next spring, it's a SAL tradition to host the Moth Mainstage for an evening of laughter and tears. And last but not least, I'm excited to tell you about the lineup for our literary arts series. We'll begin in October with an evening with 2-time National Book Award finalist, author whose last novel, Fates and Furies, was President Obama's Book of the Year. She'll be here with a new novel, Matrix. She is Lauren Groff. In November, we'll host an author who spoke in our very first season in 1989. She is the National Book Award winner and author of Love Medicine and so many more. She is Louise Erdrich. In January, we will feature the prolific cross-genre author of many works, including the 2019 Booker Prize-winning novel, Girl, Woman, Other. She was the first Black woman to win the Booker. She is Bernardine Evaristo. In February, we'll host the author of 4 books, including Interior Chinatown, which won the 2020 National Book Award for fiction. He also writes for TV, including Westworld. He is Charles Yu. In March, we'll host Hometown Hero, author of The Boys in the Boat, for his new book, Facing the Mountain, a true story of Japanese American heroes in World War II. He is Daniel James Brown. And in April, we'll close our literary arts series with the 2019 winner of the Pulitzer Prize for Overstory. He'll be here to speak about his forthcoming novel, Bewilderment. He is Richard Powers. We are so thrilled about the writers and thinkers who will join us in the year to come. Thanks for being with us today, and especially for being with us in the year to come. Subscriptions are on sale now at lectures.org. We hope you will join us in the year ahead in a way that feels safe and joyous for you. And we hope our programs will help you feel curious and connected, delighted and inspired. We look forward to more real life together and to fulfilling the SAL mission in new and innovative ways. Wherever the journey ahead takes you, I believe that stories will light the way and help us make sense of the path. So here's to the chapter ahead.